Hello everybody, it's me Smilo here, and it's me Wooly, and today we are going to share an awesome graphic novel with you guys, one that holds one of the greatest stories ever told, in our opinion at least, and it is called End of the Ice Age. Yep, you can see why we're getting all excited about this, and we've had this book for a while, but now we finally got the chance to show it to you guys. So just take a look at this awesome front cover right here. Has kind of an Ice Age like background, snowy background. Let's see, we got a woolly mammoth right there in the top center. And we got a cave lion right there, a giant condor, as well as a short-faced bear, a dire wolf, a giant ground sloth, and a woolly rhino, as well as a family of saber-toothed cats right here, 2 adults and a cub. Isn't that adorable? Yeah, pretty good illustrations, right? You have Ted Rechlin to thank for that. Yeah, pretty interesting front cover right here. Looks very nice. You want to see the spine right here? See the little saber-toothed skulls right there? Yeah, it has a title on the spine right here. Ted Rechlin. Another little saber cat skull. And then right here you got the back. Yeah, if you guys want to take the time to read this, go ahead and pause the video if you'd like. And then at the bottom we got the saber-toothed cat, Smilodon right there. Rextooth Studios. Yep, we also have that to thank. Pretty interesting illustrations right here, right? And we're going to invite some of our Ice Age friends to help tell us the story. So let's jump right into this book. Oh wow, that looks pretty interesting. Dark background with flames look like they're sparking from the bottom. And we got the infamous skull of a saber-toothed cat. Okay, let's flip the page right here. And more interesting information about Rextooth Studios right here. Feel free to pause the video to read if you'd like. Okay, now let's see. Ooh, a nice snowy Ice Age background right here. Pretty cool. Okay, so let's see. 2.5 million years ago, Earth plunged into a deep freeze. Vast ice sheets began to form in the north. These ice sheets, 2 miles thick in places, were like mountain ranges covering the top of half of the world. Let's see. Like mountain ranges, these huge formations influenced the world's weather. They pushed moisture-rich winds south, turning deserts into lush wetlands. They locked up water in the northern hemisphere and turned it into a cold, arid landscape. 80,000 years ago, the Laurentide ice sheet began to grow, marching south further into North America. This wall of ice, and others like it, shaped the Earth and its inhabitants during the Pleistocene epoch, a period of time better known as the Ice Age. But now, something is happening to these seemingly invulnerable mountains of ice. The world is warming. It's been slow, happening over thousands of years, but the ice is melting. Oh boy. So welcome to the Ice Age. Now I'm here with Ruffalo the Bison and Connor the Condor, and we are going back 13,000 years ago. Welcome to sunny Southern California. This oasis of green has yet to feel any noticeable effects from the melting ice to the north. Rich grasslands stretch all the way to the sea. This emerald expanse will one day become Los Angeles, one of the busiest cities on Earth. One day, the hills will be emblazoned by a name synonymous with celebrities and stardom, Hollywood. There are no movie stars here now, though. Now those that call this place their home are the stuff of legends. Yeah, just take a look at this nice scenery right here. I see lakes and ponds and trees and grasslands and mountains. Now this sure looks like paradise. Yep, sure does. Let's see here. This is a landscape that wouldn't look out of place in the remaining wild parts of the modern world. Herds of bison and wild horses graze open grassy valleys, while large birds of prey soar above. But this ecosystem isn't exactly like our world. Yep, I believe it. Look, you see the giant condor up there? See the nice mountains and trees, grasslands, and you see the bison feasting down here along with ancient horses. Yep, sure looks like paradise to me. Now I'm here with Smilus, Smila, Morgan, and Wooly, and look what we have here. We have mammoths, the famous elephants of the Ice Age. Bigger than their modern cousins, these mighty behemoths can weigh up to 10 tons and stand 15 feet tall. These are Colombian mammoths. Unlike their woolly relatives, they don't have thick coats of fur. and so they are not well equipped to deal with the harsh cold. But that is no problem for these proboscideans. Colombian mammoths travel up and down the grassy California coast, eating as they go. The matriarch is over 60 years old. She leads a herd made up of her daughters, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. When males reach adulthood, they leave the herd and live solitary lives. So yeah, that's the old matriarch right there, leading the herd right here of younger mammoths and their babies right here. Oh, and then look what we have here. Smilodon fatalis, saber cats. These are among the most famous of Ice Age beasts. Each adult is about the size of a large African lion, but their huge powerful forelimbs set them apart from modern cats. Though the feature that truly distinguishes these felines hardly needs to be pointed out, each cat's pair of 11-inch long fangs speak for themselves. Smilodon are social and tend to live in family groups. While the cubs play, the adults relax like most predators. They spend most of their time lounging or sleeping in energy saver mode. They need to be well rested in order to do a predator's work. Early in the year, the saber cats hunted young horses and bison calves. Now, though, the young animals have had enough time to grow strong and fast, and are no longer easy pickings. But starvation means death for the saber cats and their cubs, so they still need to hunt. Yeah, you see this family right here? That's the father, the mother, and their 2 cubs right there. Looks like a happy family. Okay, let's see here. The Smilodon family have been waiting for the mammoths to return to their part of the grasslands. Yep, they're getting up, getting ready for the hunt right here. Let's see. It would be downright ludicrous for the saber cats to try and take down a healthy adult mammoth. They wouldn't stand a chance. The mammoths are just too big. Yep, I believe it. So yeah, they're getting ready for the hunt right there. They have the mammoths in their sight as they march across the grassy plains. Okay, let's see. Traveling hundreds of miles up and down the coast every year is difficult an undertaking. Not every mammoth completes the journey in one piece. A sick and weakened mammoth would be a bounty for the saber cats. Though they are not happy about it, the cubs will have to sit this one out. The cats have their target. The mammoth's end is now just a formality. Yeah, you see that? Getting ready for the hunt as the mammoths march across the plains. The old sick one is getting left behind. They have them in their sights, but the cubs are not yet old enough to join the hunt. Yep, they got the old mammoth in their sight. Yep, don't want to mess with the entire herd. You mess with one of them, you mess with all of them. Yeah, the saber cats have that mammoth down, but the rest of the herd is not standing for it. Colombian mammoths are fiercely protective of their family members. Confronted with several hundred tons of angry elephants, the saber cats have no choice but to flee. You just can't fight the herd. The cats retreat up to the hill empty-handed. Yep, Colombian mammoths are just far too big. Much bigger than their modern-day descendants. So the saber cats have to retreat up back to the hill to their cubs. Now I'm here with Linus and Barley, and it is now nighttime. Most predators hunt at night. Darkness gives them cover and a higher chance of success. After the failed mammoth hunt, the male saber cat is hoping for better luck on his own. And it looks like his hopes have been fulfilled. A bison. Already killed by other predators, but left unattended. The stick coming out of the carcass's neck is weird, but it's not something that will deter the hungry cat. This Smilodon will eat well tonight. Yep, saber cat hunting at night comes across a dead bison carcass. Smilodon is not the only big cat of the Pleistocene landscape. Panthera leoatrox, the American lion. He doesn't have long fangs like the saber cat, but he makes up for it in size. This lion weighs more than 800 pounds, and he is also hungry. Yep, two of the biggest cats of the Ice Age, going face to face right here. It's a showdown, and we're about to figure out which is the top cat of the Ice Age. Or perhaps not. This is Lotus, the giant short-faced bear. Imagine the biggest grizzly bear of all time, then supersize it and pump it up full of steroids, and you're getting close to this beast. The cats are apex predators, but they are not alone at the top of the Pleistocene food chain. Yep, that was one monster of a bear. Both cats had the chance to feed on this 2,000 pounds of free meal. But this is the Ice Age, and here your luck can change in an instant. The cats are big, the bear is bigger. It's 13 feet tall and weighs more than 2,500 pounds. Lotus is the largest carnivore North America has seen since the T-Rex. Yep, I believe it. For a moment, it looks like the cats might work together to take on the huge bear. But the moment doesn't last. Even together, taking on this giant bear would be more than dangerous. The bison carcass is huge, more than enough for everyone, but bears don't share. Yep, I believe it. Life's not fair, not even in the Ice Age. Now I'm back with Condor, Smila, and Smilus. It's been a while since the last rains fell on Southern California. Rain is what keeps the landscape green and vibrant. If it doesn't fall soon, the entire ecosystem can be thrown off balance. This isn't much of a concern for the giant condor, a relative of today's carrion birds. The big bird uses its more than 12-foot wide wingspan to ride on the warm thermal air currents looking for carcasses to scavenge. While it's been some time since the last rain, times are still pretty good and social, and the saber cats do what all big cats do when times are good: sleep. At least some of them do. Yeah, while the cubs play, the parents slumber. Pretty cute family. Now I'm here with Linus, Rhodey, Morgan, and Wooly, and we are in Ice Age Europe. While Ice Age California has been a vibrant paradise, this continent has become the opposite. The ice sheets bring bitter cold to the north. Here life is hard and the animals are adapted to the extreme cold. But the melting ice sheets have begun to change this place too, and the effects are noticeable. The landscape here is covered in a blanket of snow, but that is unusual. The ice sheets have long kept much of the North's water locked up, frozen in their bulk. That means that while it's been frigidly cold, it's also been dry. Now the melting ice is releasing moisture back into the atmosphere, and the moisture is falling on Europe in the form of heavy snow. Large plant eaters well suited to eating grasses and low-lying plants now struggle to access their food. All that means is life is becoming harder than ever for the continent's megabeasts. On the hillside, the cave lion is on the lookout for one of those struggling herbivores. So here's a European cave lion looking over at the Ice Age Europe landscape. Though the lion may be on the lookout for an easy meal, he will find no such thing. When rhinos group together, it is called a crash. The reason why is obvious. Each of these woolly rhinoceros weighs 6,000 pounds. Their horns are over 2 feet long. Dense coats of fur keep the rhinos warm in the sub-zero temperatures, but the snow on the ground has made foraging more difficult. And so crashes like this are becoming more and more frequent as fights over dwindling food sources increase. And you see these two crashing woolly rhinos here. And look what we got here. This place is known as the Mammoth Steppe, and these shaggy beasts are the reason why. Woolly mammoths are perhaps the most well-known of all the Pleistocene's charismatic megafauna. These hirsute elephants are most specialized of their group. They are 10 feet tall and weigh more than 5 tons. Thick, flat, curved reserves and heavy coat help them keep warm in the frozen world. Even their blood is especially adapted to the cold. A unique compound makes it work like antifreeze, keeping the mammoth's heart pumping even in the coldest times. Yet these powerful animals are grass grazers, and even they are finding it hard to reach their quarry underneath the deep snow. Yeah, you see these magnificent woolly mammoths right here? Yep, the icons of the Ice Age. Now I'm here with Brody, Bruce, Gray, Matthias, and Ruffalo. Though these changing times will eventually regulate many species to extinction, there are many who will survive. Our modern world is still inhabited by Ice Age survivors. These special animals hang on, living in tiny islands of wilderness adrift in the sea of human activity. And now their survival is up to us. So yeah, we got a brown bear, a wolverine, a bison, a gray wolf, a moose, a muskox, and a pronghorn. All just still hanging on. Now I'm here with Wooly, Lotus, Dirus, Morgan, Smilus, and Smila. Back in Southern California, 2 male Colombian mammoths are engaging in a little bit of chaos and a fair amount of destruction. This is called musts. The bulls' bodies are being flooded with hormones. They are ready to mate, and testosterone is surging through their bloodstream, telling them to prove their worth to the female mammoths, telling them to smash. The normally gentle giants have been transformed into living freight trains of aggression. This isn't like rutting deer or bison. Mammoths, like all elephants, don't necessarily breed at the same time every year, but they are battling for dominance and breeding rights all the same. Right here. The best thing everyone else can do is stay out of their way. Yep, wouldn't want to get caught between these two battling giants. It's another warm, dry evening, and the male saber cat is patrolling his territory. Wait, what's this? Look what he's found. A giant ground sloth, a 2,000-pound herbivore. It's stuck in the strange, dark pool. This opportunity is way too good to pass up. Yep, we know where this is going. All the saber cat has to do is wade in and finish off the beast off. Finally, a stroke of good luck for the big cat. Dire wolves, 6 of them. And they want the sloth too. The cat puts up a good fight, but the wolves are bigger than modern gray wolves. And there are just too many of them. The saber cat has no choice but to flee. Yep, he may be bigger, but the wolves have strength in number. This sure seems familiar. The pack's reward for victory is no reward at all. It's a trap. The sloth wasn't in a pool or a pond. This is a tar pit. And it's been devouring animals for thousands of years. An herbivore gets stuck and begins to sink. Predators converge on what they think is a free meal, and down they all go. In the future, scientists will discover countless perfectly preserved bones, and they will be able to paint a picture of what life was like for these animals. But that's little comfort to the ones in the pit. Yeah, look at this. All the direwolves on the surface trying to get the sloth, and while we got bones of bison, saber cats, mammoths, mastodons, and direwolves, all trapped in this black pool of tar. Now I'm here with Linus, Rhodey, Morgan, and Wooly. And back in Europe, conditions on the Mammoth Steppe are worsening. Snow is falling harder and harder, and the grasses that sustain life here are almost completely gone. Yep, that looks like one heck of a blizzard. What little plant life remains unburied is a source of fierce competition. Yep, here is a woolly mammoth and a woolly rhino brawling it out in the blizzard. A rhino and a mammoth would almost never interact, let alone come to blows. But times are desperate. Too late, the rhino realizes he made a terrible mistake. Yep, a very terrible mistake indeed. To the victor and her calf go the meager spoils. The loser, however, is banished to the deep snow. The woolly rhinoceros is a heavy animal with very short legs, and here it is nearly impossible for the rhino to move, let alone do things like forage for food or run. The cave lions move in. Oh boy, he's in trouble now. Right now, it's a boon time for the meat eaters. Soon though, even they will feel the pressure. Yep, that's the Ice Age for you. Now I'm here with Smilus and Smila, and things are looking very dry out here. In California, life is starting to feel the warmth of the drought. Temperatures are soaring and the vibrant grasslands have been turned into a dry desolation. In the high heat of the day, the saber cats do what they do best. Yep, sure looks like it. Snoozing in the sunshine, the male saber cat thinks he's safe, but he is being hunted by two powerful predators, at least in their own minds. Yep, can't even let your guard down around your own kids. Oh, isn't that adorable? They're springing their attack. Kind of reminds me of you and me, Smila. Yeah, sure does, Smilo. The two cubs launch a brutal assault on their father. He dutifully plays along. The father boosts his cubs' confidence by pretending to be hurt by their onslaught. Wrestling with the dad helps hone the skills of attack they'll rely on as adults. With indifference from his only ally, Dad's defeat is inevitable. The family still manages to enjoy themselves despite the drought, but soon all of SoCal's residents will feel the heat. The climate change was gradual at first, but now it has finally struck out with all of its fury and become a dragon. The ever-drying landscape became a tinderbox, and all it took was a single spark. Timber and grasslands are engulfed as the fire rages. And for the saber cats, things are about to get even worse. Yep, that looks very devastating. Like everyone else, the Smilodon family is just trying to ride out the firestorm. But life is never so simple. It's a rival male. The mother gathers up her cubs. Much as they might want to, they can't help here. In fact, they are in grave danger. The rival's goal is clear: defeat the cub's father. And kill them. Just look at the evil red in his eyes. The saber cat's dad response is easily understood. Bring it on. The rival lands several powerful blows to the male saber cat's face. Ouch. They're wounds that will scar. If he survives. Yep, I really hope he survives this. The damage sends the saber cat dad into a frenzy. If he doesn't win, his cubs will die. Here it's so chaotic. Yeah, look, it looks like he's got them right there. Ouch. A flurry of ferocious attacks sends the enemy cat running. Even if he survives his injuries, he won't be back. That's good. So the Saber Dad won. Now I'm here with Smila, Linus, Wooly, and Barley, and things are starting to look up. After months of drought and fire, finally the rains have returned to Southern California. At last, those who live here have reason to breathe deep and rest a little easier. And that looks like a happy ending. The dire wolf, Colombian mammoth, the short-faced bear, and the American lion. Yep. The rain is such a welcome sight, and the Saber Cat family can't help but celebrate. And there's no better way than to roar. Yep, serious Lion King vibes here. Finally, I am here with Smila and Smilus. Oh no, that doesn't look good. Oh, poor thing. After the rains, the Saber Cats find a mammoth that has died on their doorstep. Oh man. The sticks embedded in its side are a minor curiosity for the cats. Looks like they're going to be feeding well right here. It's several tons of meat that the family will devour happily. This is the Pleistocene, the Ice Age. The world is ruled by mammoths and giant bears and saber cats. Yep, that looks like a happy ending right there. Uh-oh. But all that is about to change. Well, that sure ruined the happy ending. Yeah, we're just gonna pretend that we never saw this page. And look, we're back right here with the flaming Smilodon skull. That was awesome. So what'd you think about the book, Wooly? It was perfection. I love the illustrations, I love the story. Everything about it was amazing. You, Smilo? My words exactly, and I'm sure the rest of our friends could agree. Yep. Really an incredible book right here. And that may be the end of the story, but this isn't the end of the video. We still have a few things I would like to show you. So it turns out that we have discovered an alternative version of the nighttime scavenger story, where the saber-toothed cat, the American lion, and the short-faced bear are rivaling each other over a found bison carcass. It seems to be the same for the most part. The only thing is the saber-toothed cat is excluded, and it takes place during the daytime instead of at night. We're not sure which version is the original or if it was just included in a different book or not, but personally we like this version in the book better because the saber-toothed cat was also an apex predator, and it's very interesting to see all three of these apex predators coming into a confrontation and interacting rivalry. So I'm here with all of my extinct friends from the Cenozoic era, including some modern day friends who are representing their extinct relatives who lived during the time. If we come down here, here's our nightstand where we have all our bones and fossils right here. That's also where we keep that awesome book, along with some of our other stuff. And then we have some posters here. You see a woolly mammoth right there, a pack of saber-toothed cats, and then a hunting saber-tooth right there. And then of course, the main jewel of the posters we have here, this incredible Ice Age poster right here. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry about the reflections, kind of hard to look past, but just take a nice good look at it and all the Ice Age animals it has here. And these illustrations are done by Ted Rechlin, so we salute this man for his brilliant illustrations. And then here on the other side of the room, we got a puzzle of an image done by the same artist. Yeah, it's an Ice Age puzzle that we put together, framed and hanged. Got a woolly mammoth right here in the middle. We got a short-faced bear, either a cave lion, American lion, or Homotherium, dire wolf, woolly rhino, brown bear, and right here we have Smilodon, a giant ground sloth, terror bird, Glyptodon, and ancient bison. Yep, pretty fun puzzle for us to put together. And then here we also recreated a plush version of the front cover, and we think it turned out pretty good. So please let us know what you guys think about it. So that's it for now, folks. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like, share content, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys later.